Yeah? Alright, so once again, we are the Hebrew Israelites, you know, that coming week in, week out to bring out this truth here to edify our people. Likewise, to curse out the two-thirds, you know, and prophesy against the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great. Right? And before we start, like to say, Kal Halayam, La Halayinawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahar Kakodash Shal Yahushai. Alright, so double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings, salutations unto the brothers preaching and teaching the truth on the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever for the truth. And peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect. You know? So shalom. You know, so this year we're going into, as I say, come out to prophesy. And prophesy is all about prophecies. You know? So give me Revelation 19 and 10 from an please.
This is Revelation chapter 19 verse 10.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
That have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
It's the spirit of prophecy. And that what we're into right now. Right? Prophecies have been popping like popcorn. You know? Prophecies have been is being fulfilled. We've seen what's going on with England, with the Brexit. Right? We've seen what's going on with all these nations arming up. Yeah? We're seeing disease with the plagues and all these things. Pestilence.
Wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah. So you know, it's all about prophecy, because a lot of our people think that this world, a lot of our people think that they will carnival forever, they will Christmas forever, they will Easter and birthday and all these things forever. Give me something like just 15 and 1.
Yeah, and just like it said just now in Revelation, just now they, as it says in Revelation, he said what? That we was what? To worship Yahweh. But how do we worship Yahweh? By following his laws, statutes and commandments. That's how we worship the Most High. So we don't have no time for no carnival and that sort of drama here. We on the Most High job. Because what will happen if Carnival Monday, the Most High decide to send one of the dreadest earthquake and a tsunami and flood out the whole of Port of Spain? What about if the Most High do that? You understand? So we people just on Carnival and bullshit. Watch how busy the place is. Everybody on Carnival. But what we on? We on the work side of the Most High. We come to prophesy the downfall of this place. You understand? And David the scripture say, he said that we should what? Give them no rest. Give them no rest. So we come to prophesy this and we prophesy this until the Most High says stop. Right?
Even just to add, because the scripture say what? To provoke unto good work. Right? So we come out here day in, day out. Right? To provoke. Right? These two-thirds are people to provoke them.
Which is also called Salakia, which is also called what? An uproar the people. We stirring them up. We stirring up all these spirits. Especially the spirits who look into carnival right now. You understand? This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 1. He said, behold, speak thou into the ears of my people.
Speak thou into the ears of my people.
The words of prophecy.
The words of what?
The words of prophecy.
The words of prophecy. Go ahead.
Which I will put in thy mouth.
Which I will put in thy mouth.
Said Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
And there's what we do when we speak in these prophecies. Right? Because just last night, as I was sharing with the brothers this morning, I said last night, this morning, within my sleep, right? That's my boss. Yeah, you know, I was within my sleep, I had a serious dream. You know, I dreamed that I was in an open field, just walking through an open field, treading through an open field, and within walking, I was attacked by 2 Edomites that was armed. You know, they were armed with 2 firearms, and within the dream, you know, I overpowered these 2 Edomites and disarm them. And whilst having the firearm in my hand, right, contemplating if it is to put them to death, is because chariots as far as the eye could see.
And so like, I don't know if you see it spiritually, but the first thing was what you saw. You fighting against 2 Edomites. And that was what spiritual powers. Because you disarm these 2 Edomites with a weapon. Remember the video we watching? These Edomites properly well trained.
Yeah.
You understand? These Edomites properly well trained. So for you to disarm these two Edomites, you was to have some kind of spiritual power. The next thing is that what? From the time what? You look to do something to them. You're studying if it's to kill them, what? The chariots appear one time. That's why the scripture say what? Wait on me.
You know?
Yeah.
It's chariots upon chariots. Chariots, and I tell the chariots. So much chariots, I can't count them. You know, and the chariots, some of them, well nearly all the chariots are shaped in a V. Right? And they're flying across my head and I'm watching the chariots. And the Edomites and all to them watching the chariots and they're frightened. And I just say, Kalalayam, Kalalayam. I literally shouting it out. Kalalayam, Kalalayam, Kalalayam. And all these chariots just flying across. And why is it flying across now? You know, it's because one big chariot in circular form, a huge chariot. You know?
Hey, you're watching me on side. I think I'm really brother. You're watching me on side. You're watching me on side. You're watching me on side, man. You're watching me.
Yeah? And whilst watching these chariots and saying Kalalayam, and the Edomites and all again frightened because they want to know, well, where is this? You know? It's because one big circular chariot, real big, when I say big, real big, just fly across, whoosh, right? In the midst. Bag? Yeah, in a plastic bag. Right? Within the midst, you know, within the midst are all these other chariots. And the chariot now, it went by some mountain range, right? Because like the field close to the field where I was in, the open field, it had like it near to some mountain range now, boy. And mountains on them, within the vibe, the chariot, while it's hovering over the mountain, it's like a beam of light, right? Coming down onto the mountain. And with the beam of light now is because I see an angels being beamed down. Right? The angels being beamed down. And with that I see, with that one I started to say, Kalalayam, Yabashimi Oshai, Yabashimi Oshai, Yabashimi Oshai, and the angels just beaming down. You know? And the thing is, well, in real life, my phone gave problems. You know, I just can't get power my phone like that by using the power button. Because the power button just give a lot of trouble. So there's me in my dream. I only see no bush, but I can't even take it because my phone getting so much trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, wow.
Grow a little bit. You grow a little bit.
Yeah, that's not there.
What I'm saying is this, you know? Yeah, should I mother come here? Should I mother come? Well, should I go for this? Yeah, you know, so it so happened I tried to see if I could follow them, but I could not follow them because I have lost in track of them. And what any vibes I wake up from the dream. But that's not, but it so happened. It so happened. I tell myself, well, let me go and show the brothers and them the dream. You know? And well, my phone was getting trouble, so much trouble that my WhatsApp, the app for my WhatsApp and certain apps, it disappeared off my phone. But it ended up coming back on. And when it come back on, and I go on WhatsApp because I see the messages and them the brothers post up and whatnot. Lo and behold, is because I see my video posting the message where a chariot beaming down an angel. So for me that wasn't no coincidence. You know, that was the Lord showing me something here that what? Going to the scripture now, huh? Joel. So happy about that. Joel. I mean Acts 1:17. You think
This
Joel?
is the book of Acts, chapter 2, beginning at verse 17.
Well,
He said, and it shall come to pass in the last days, said Yahweh Shem Yahshai.
the last days, because this is what we're in right now, you know, we're in the last days. Well,
I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh.
you will pour out the spirit upon all flesh. Right? You will pour out the spirit upon all flesh, not only Israel. Right? What I what I be the hopeful elect, or two-thirds, or all these other nations, you know, he will pour out the spirit upon all of them. Go ahead.
Right? He said, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy.
And your sons and daughters shall prophesy. Go ahead.
And your young men shall see visions.
Shall what?
Shall see visions.
Shall see visions. Go ahead.
And your old men shall dream dreams.
And the old men shall dream dreams. And there is what going on. You know, a lot of us brothers who in this truth here, you know, we've been having dreams. Either dreams of destruction, you know, dreams of the chariots,
Dreams are locusts.
dreams of famine.
Because that dream was very serious when I got to. As I tell already, among the locusts Akiams was in that dream. You can actually hear all the locust wings flapping, and it's sounding like the noise of a helicopter or something. You understand? And what locusts represent what? Famine.
Yeah.
You understand? And she goes through all the heights. At the end of the whole thing, when I was in the house, we can end up closing up all the windows and things, but it wasn't coming in. You understand? And then I do so, and then I had a phone. And on the phone, it was like on YouTube. And the people was saying that when these men was prophesying all the time was the truth. You understand? So and that's a certain, but I'll say it also have a part to do with the famine and the word. You understand? Because what the scripture say, he said that there will come a famine, not a famine for thirst or water or for bread, but from hearing this word. You understand? And the time for hearing this word is almost up. The time for hearing this word is almost up, because why? From the time the prophet shut up on the street, that is the time the destruction is going to come. Because just as the scripture say, he said, so are the days of Son of Man, so are the days, so shall it be in this time, which was the days of Noah.
Somebody get that scripture now. You remember that scripture?
Yeah. You understand? Because, Matthew, yeah. You understand?
I want to Luke 2, where he said they were eating, drinking and
marrying. Exactly. But and it's so spiritual. Yeah, what I get the scripture because you go
It's in
hear
Matthew
exactly
24.
what it say.
It's in Matthew 24.
And it I want to look. I want to look too.
There's what going on, and I'll be dreaming dreams. That dream I dreamed this morning. That one, when I wake up and like, nah boy. That is why I actually dream, boy. That is why I actually dream, you know, like.
Yeah, I have it here, 37.
That dream was real. To see that I disarmed these two Edomites, you know, because these two Edomites there was waiting on me.
Yeah, bring it
Well,
up.
This is Matthew 24, verse 37.
Yeah.
But as the days of Noah,
As the days of Noah. How long did Noah prophesy? Noah prophesied for 100 years and more.
yeah.
So just as the days of Noah, because when Noah was prophesying, nobody then wanted to hear
I
Noah.
was laughing at him.
Exactly same thing going on now. There's nothing new under the sun. Go
But
ahead.
that's not Selassie because they say no, water from the sky.
Yeah.
Water from the sky. Come on, Noah.
But what they say now? Chariots from the sky, chariots and men and angels and
Yeah.
whimsical things that sounding like to them.
Well,
but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Exactly. So just as how it was in the time of Noah, just so it will be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man, which represent what? The last days. Which is these days we live in at the moment. Right? Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 38.
Yeah.
For as in the days
Yeah.
that were before the flood,
For as in the days that was before the flood, go ahead.
they were eating,
But the flood represent what? Destruction. The flood represent destruction. So before
Salakia. No, you were Salakia.
yeah, because before the days of the destruction, what it was doing?
they were eating
Like now they're eating, they're having a fun time, go ahead.
and drinking,
And drinking, the drinking spiritual as well. Which meaning they're learning all kind of different doctrines.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
marrying,
They were marrying. They were having a time. They were having a joyous time, but let me hear what we're going.
and giving in marriage
And given in marriage
until the day
Yeah.
that Noah entered into the ark.
until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And that's just what I say, the day the prophets stop preaching on the street is the day the destruction will begin. I'm not saying that it isn't started already, it has started. But this is just a sign that the Most High told the prophets, when you see these signs happening, know that the Most High is beginning to make his way into the earth, which he made.
Yeah, in other words, what the brother is saying here is that the prophets of God on the street represent the grace of God.
Exactly.
Giving unto you still.
Can.
That you can still come, make yourself right with God and repent.
Can.
But as the brother rightfully say, but when the day our mouth is being closed, that is the day, that is the end of everything.
Exactly that, and which will represent what? The shutting of the door of Noah's ark, which meaning that what? The elect is sealed.
Because what I want to say is this, you know. First beginning to talk about the flood. The flood represents destruction. Flood is destruction. When your house flood out, what is going? It's because you had to get a new bed, a new fridge, a new this, a new that. You know, flood will wipe away all sorts of vegetation, whatnot, so forth.
And Salaki, I don't want to interrupt you,
No,
but
go ahead.
I don't know if all you hear what's going on in England. England, what? After so much and so much of years, what going with England? England started to flood out. And people don't understand how spiritual that was. That just showing you that destruction is going to come to England very
right.
soon.
That's right.
Suddenly upon them. Yes,
Right? And then again, you know, we a lot of our people they're looking for some sign. Right? They're looking for some kind of sign. But there's a sign right here.
Just as the scripture say, he said what? He said this wicked and adulterous generation what seeketh a sign. He said, but there shall be no sign given unto them except in the sign of the prophet Jonah.
And they sign right now. Because what Jonah did. All Jonah did was prophesy.
Can. The word Jonah actually means dove.
Can.
Which means what? Messenger.
Can.
That is the only thing you will get. Thus says the Most High in the last days.
Good. Well, alright, continue your
Bring out the picture, let me bring out the picture.
This is Joel 2 verse 1. Say, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
Blow you the trumpet where?
In Zion.
It don't literally mean Zion. It means all where Israel dwell.
Gun.
Because Israel scatter all over the place, the four corners of the earth, and is a people. Israel is a people before it's a place.
But hold on, but Zion represent Israel.
Yeah.
Israel, Zion means monument of the Lord. So we on earth right now is Mount Zion among the people.
Gun.
Say, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and song an alarm in my holy mountain.
And sound an alarm. Right? What alarm does do? Alarm is to warn you.
Gun.
Or to wake you up. Because you go be sleeping, you will set your alarm. You will set your alarm to wake you up for a particular time. Right? Or you're in a building and fire take place in the building, right? And smoke started going in the smoke detector. What will go off? The alarm to warn you that, hey, you have a fire in this building, get out.
And we are warning you all, there's a fire about to go on in this building.
A literal fire. And where that fire is, thermal nuclear fire.
That's right, huh?
Why you living for the book carnival? Woe unto you, woe unto every one of you.
Can.
He said, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and song an alarm in my holy mountain.
Yeah.
Let all the inhabitants.
That trumpet represent what? The gospel. That is what that trumpet represent. So he literally said, go and warn my people and tell them these words.
And when he say my people, it doesn't mean the whole world.
Can, exactly.
My people is Israel.
Can.
It's not the whole world.
Can.
That is not, when he say my people, he's not talking about the East Indians. He's not talking about the Africans.
Talk about the people on this side.
Right? He's not talking about the Chinese. He's not talking about the Japanese. He's talking about who? The Israelites. The people on this side here. Put the camera a little bit on this side here. You know? He's talking about the people on this side here. Which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, so-called Seminole Indians, right? Yeah, all the indigenous people, the Caribs, the Arawaks, right? What make up all the 12 tribes of Israel. So brother,
yeah. He said, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. Go ahead.
For the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
For it is what?
Nigh at hand.
It is near at hand. For the day of Yahweh shall come, which is near at hand. And then literally near.
And Salakia. And he himself, look how long that was written. Look how long that was written. At that time he said it was near. And he said it was near. So much less for now. Romans 13 and 11.
Yeah,
for now is your salvation nearer than you believe.
Yeah, because Ezra born in his time. When Ezra saw what was about to take place, he shook up in his spirit in his time.
Ezra gets sick.
And how much more in this time?
And that's why he said the will shake.
Even just to add, because that goes to show, because when Ezra getting vision, Ezra started mourn for Israel. Right? And here we see 2/3 of people walking around happy in this society. Right? They're happy in this kingdom. When they're supposed to be mourning.
What up?
This could go down now. They want to continue there?
Continue a little bit.
He said a day of darkness and of gloominess. A day of darkness and of gloominess.
A day of darkness and a day of gloominess. Hold it there a little bit. Get Ezekiel 2 and the last verse of 1 order. How about? Ezekiel 2 on the last week. When you out, fall, yeah. You start get from Ezekiel 2, or you have a guy from it. And then we got in here, which is, yeah, Shalom.
Yeah, 2 the last verse. Have it here. This is Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 10.
Yeah.
Say, and he spread it before me.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it was written within and without. And there was written.
Salakia, read it over again. Salakia about that. Read it over again.
I'll go from verse 9 on.
From verse 9, you want to go from verse 9? Yes, from verse 9.
Say, and this is Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 9. He said, and when I looked, behold, and a hand was sent unto me.
A hand was sent unto him, go ahead.
And lo, a roll of a book was therein.
A roll of a book was therein. What is that? The scripture, the Bible. Right? The Bible, go ahead.
He said, and he spread it before me.
And he spread it before him, go ahead.
And it was written there within and without.
And it was written within and without, go ahead.
And there was written therein lamentation.
And there was written what?
Lamentation.
Lamentation, go ahead.
And mourning.
And mourning.
And woe.
And woe.
And destruction.
Which is what? Destruction. Lamentation, sorrowfulness. And mourning. Right? Which is what? Mass death. That is what it's all about, mass death. So go back to your scripture where it was.
Yeah. This is Joel 2 verse 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
A day of darkness and of gloominess.
A day of darkness and of gloominess. A day of darkness and gloominess. You so-called Negroes, right? Going about your life, happy like puppy, right? Having a time and a half when there is something. When the sky literally falling before your eyes. Yeah, the sky literally falling before your eyes, and you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? You 12 tribes of Israel, all you want to do is line, smoke, you know, plenty woman, what have you. All these sinful pleasures. Yeah, all these sinful pleasures. That is what 2/3 of you Negroes indulging yourself into.
Can't everything the most I hate.
You know, watch out this guy here. Watch out
don't
him.
pass back here again.
Watch out him. Watch out him. Right? That small, you have a block, she knows all kind of things. Watch out,
doing that shippiness, man.
Huh?
You overdoing that.
You overdoing it. Right? Like the show the how spoiled with people is. Let's dig him about that.
You understand? Because and you won't believe the scripture said that. You won't believe the scripture said that. The scripture say he say is Israel a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Why is Israel spoiled? Who spoiled Israel? Instead of you all be spoiled by the things of the Most High, you all are spoiled by the things of the world. You all want to go carnival. You all want to go all these nonsense. Right? You all want to go carnival. You all want to do all the wrong things that the Most High don't want you to do. And then you all feel that this sinful kingdom will go on forever. This sinful kingdom will not go on forever. The Most High don't like sin. So why would a sinful kingdom go on forever? Why would a sinful kingdom go on forever? So that's just the whole point. The Most High don't like what all they're doing. He not happy.
Don't drop that scripture anyway.
He not happy. The Most High, that's why the scripture say is Israel a homeboy servant. You feel the Most High like to see Israelites going to work and working hard and all these things? You understand? The Most High don't want to see that. The Most High don't want to see Israelites going to work and working hard and all kind of thing. That's why he say is Israel a homeborn slave. And you all just love slavery. You all don't mind going to work and all these. But hey, we mind that. You all always like to say we's kings and we's the people that's supposed to rule the earth. But you're not doing what you're supposed to do in order to be a ruler on the earth.
They're not portraying that leadership skill.
Exactly.
And even just to add that, because in First Maccabees, it say what? There went wicked
men out of Israel. Exactly.
Wicked. In the same days of Moses.
Yeah.
Right? When Moses lead them out of Egypt. And they spent 40 years in the wilderness.
Yeah.
What went on?
They started complaining.
They move against the Lord. They rather go in Egypt and work.
Yeah, that what they say. Better Moses and live in Egypt. Let we follow Pharaoh laws and all these things. Even in Numbers with the fiery serpent. When Moses was to lift up the fiery serpent.
Yeah, because there was
murmuring against the Lord. And there's we people today, we just like to murmur against the Lord. But how hard it is to love a brother as you love yourself. How hard it is for a woman not to put on her pants. How hard it is for a woman not to tie she hair. How hard it is not to eat pork. Yeah, for a woman to tie her hair, so like, yeah. How hard is it to not eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, all these things. Those things are a walk in the park.
Those things are abomination in the sight of the Lord.
So then, how could you be in the congregation at the Most High and you're dwelling with unclean things? You can't be dwelling with unclean things. The scripture doesn't. The scripture doesn't validate those things. So then we people, what 2/3 of we people just love folly. That is why the scripture, I think as Ezra said that what? You all were created for destruction. You all wasn't meant to get this.
Those that were born in vain.
Exactly, that's itself. Those that were born in vain. You all were born in vain. You understand?
Yeah, go ahead and scripture.
The day of clouds and of thick darkness.
Shalom.
Right?
Yeah.
As the morning spread upon the mountain.
As what?
As the morning spread upon the mountain.
As the morning spread upon the mountain, go ahead.
A great people and a strong. And a great people and a strong.
Yeah, a great people and a strong, which is who? Yasha Allah. And wait, sir, as something spread upon the mountain?
Yeah, as the morning spread upon the mountain.
The morning represents what? The light. The mountain represents what? Us. So as the gospel spread upon us, which we are a powerful people, because from the time we start back to follow the law, statutes and commandments of the Most High, we will begin to be powerful. Deuteronomy 4 and 6, he said, for this is your wisdom in the sight of all the nations.
Yeah, he said there had not been ever the light.
There had not been never the light. The gospel, the correct gospel that is preached inside right here.
Yeah. And even just to add, because in that same Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6, it talk about when he didn't say, let me get there. Wait. Let me get there.